Okay, hi everyone. Get ready with me. We're doing a light beat today. As I talk about my locks. This is day like 3 or 4, so we're almost a week in of my first microloc install, and I just want to talk a little bit more about why I got them, the installation process itself, how I'm feeling afterwards, and just kind of a week 1 vlog. So I think it's really important that Black women talk more about these things. And there's such a stereotype around locks and how they look on different people, but they're really so beautiful, and they look different on everybody, and each style of locks looks so different on every different face. So yeah, let's just talk more about it. So I decided to get locks because I was so tired of doing my natural hair every day. I am a lazy natural to begin with, always have been. So I have always leaned on getting protective styles to help maintain my hair, to get my hair done so I can feel like really pretty and good in my hair and something different. But it got to a point where I was just tired of paying for braids every 3-4 months, and I was really tired. I love small braids. Like if I'm getting braids, I'm getting a small size almost every time, and I want goddess and I want this and that, and it's just hard to get everything that I want within my budget still, and then still have to do the long takedown process that small braids require. Such a pain. And when braids start looking bad, in my opinion, they look bad. So because I'm not attracting rich white men at the moment, I just take the braids out. I'm just taking those braids out. Or that's what really led me to the point that I am now. I'm a lazy natural. I literally only wear my hair in 2-3 different styles. I'm not a twist out girl, but I don't always want to pay for braids, and I don't always want to do the takedown process of braids either. Wash days are long, my arms are hurting, and it's just like a lot of maintenance to keep my hair healthy. I had a head full of 4C, 4B hair, and it was just a lot of hair to take care of, and I didn't want short hair. So this is one of the options that allowed me to stay natural, but also like feel really beautiful and feel really close to myself. With these locks, I feel, again, just like I almost feel more like myself because it allows me to feel really comfortable and versatile in my hair. Whereas when I was natural and wearing things in a bun, or just kind of, doing a quick slick back and leaving, I did feel like myself and I loved the look, but there's something about like not being a twist out girl and not being as confident in styling my hair to wear it down and out and big. I just wanted the option to wear my hair down without having to style it, and these microlocs really do give me that option. And another part of it is that I also am a workout girl. I am in the gym or taking exercise classes, yoga, soul cycle, probably at my highest like 5 times a week. So that's why braids were so versatile for me. And it makes it really hard to maintain other styles when I'm always finicking with them. Makes it harder for any kind of leave out naturally as well. And nobody wants to just flat iron their hair over and over again and kill it. Like I just didn't want to do that because the front of my hair is actually very heat damaged already. So there was no need to repeat or keep going in on those parts of my hair because that was the leave out part of my hair. So there's no need to continue to do more and more of that for me. Someone whose goal is to just have a good full head of healthy hair, and I wanted it to be easy for me and my lifestyle and my capabilities. Like I said, I don't like to be in the bathroom for XYZ amount of time, you know, for hours getting my hair done, or doing it myself rather, but I will sit in a chair while someone else does it. Which led me to getting locks. I looked up all the different sizes and styles, and I landed on microlocs. Like I said, I like smaller braids a lot, and so naturally this is the direction that I went in. And the more I looked at microlocs and I looked at sister locks, I really thought that they would be a great option for me. Like, I can get up and I can go. I can still feel natural, and like I have curly, voluminous hair. I like that my hair still looks, you can tell that it's still coarse and kinky. I still want to look like myself. And locks naturally just make me feel like a better version of myself. I really love it here. Okay, and now we can talk installation process while I do my concealer. Again, this is a very light beat, so I'm just gonna go, it's National Margarita Day. I'm gonna go get Mexican food with a friend. And of course, a marg. But installation was a breeze. Like I've said, I'm used to getting long, small braids down my back, and I would always get goddess braids, curls at the end, you know, a color mixed in. So it wouldn't be the quickest process either. So I can sit in a chair, babe. Like, I have a tolerance for it. And so I was kind of built for this installation process. It took 10 hours. And I do have a TikTok out that kind of goes through the installation process really quickly. And maybe I'll post it as a short on here too, just for reference. But I did my TikTok research and my Instagram research. I actually found my loctician on Instagram. I thought her prices were great. I enjoyed our consultation as well. And so I just said, you know, Evan, let's do it. Let's do it. So, yeah. Few weeks later, I go into the appointment because she does stay booked. Shout out to Twisted Fingers by Ebony in the DFW area, Dallas-Fort Worth area. She stays booked. But she was a really cool vibe. We paused a few times. She was really intentional about making sure I was comfortable and I had my breaks as well. And she works fast. So I've had horror stories about people, braiders, who just don't work as fast as they should. One of them is kind of what catapulted me into locks, because I was I can sit in a chair, babe, but 15 hours to get small goddess braids was too long. It was too much for me. The braids came out beautifully. Maybe I'll put a picture in here, but baby, I could not do it. I just could not do it. I was so uncomfortable. I didn't leave that house until 3 a.m. So again, very talented, but it's definitely a braider that I would go to for some bigger braids or maybe one of her other services. But after that experience, I didn't really feel like sitting in a chair for too long, because the 15 hours was just a bit much for me. So from there, I kind of just stopped doing my hair. I had a little bit of a depressive phase as well, where I was just wearing wigs, but I wasn't in like the mental state to really properly take care of the hair underneath the wig. And so it was braided up in singles underneath that wig anyway. And then locks have just been on the table for me for a long time. And so I kind of came to the conclusion that it's really time to invest in myself, and it was definitely worth it. I am actually paying less than I would pay to get my hair done throughout the month, is less than what I paid to get the install. So definitely worth it, and it's very possible to save up. I plan on in the future making it a bit more cost effective as well, because I will be hopefully able to interlock my own braids and do my own touch-ups, and then see my loctician as needed. So that's the goal. But the installation process, other than that, was really smooth. I chose to get braid locks and if you can see closely, my hair is braided all the way down, so it's not the traditional micro lock that starts with a braid and then goes into a twist. I left my ends out as well. The reason I decided to do it this way was because I just work out a lot and I wanted to retain some length. If we're being honest, my hair was at one of the longer stages that I've had it so far, and so keeping it as braids did not deter me at all. And when I looked on TikTok, I saw some beautiful locks that have been started with braids, and I like small braids anyway and always have liked that look, so it was just a no-brainer for me. I do realize that there are some downsides to this, and that just depends on the person, really. So my braids they'll take a bit longer to be as full. As compared to the twist, they will bloom a little bit later as well. So I do have a little bit less volume at the moment, and they will take a bit longer to lock. So they'll take a bit longer to lock, and the braid pattern itself will also stay in the braid or stay in the lock a bit longer. So you'll be able to tell I started with braids, and then you'll see that I interlocked, but I don't mind that at all. Again, I saw some beautiful, beautiful styles in length and women that just really rocked this style and with this method. So I feel very confident in starting this way. I did have a very, very strong temptation to, I was really tempted to add hair. I had a homegirl who just like kind of convinced me that my hair was long enough, and so that's kind of what planted a seed. But all in all, I didn't want to pay for the extra human hair because getting the lock installation is already pretty expensive. So that's just something that I kind of gave up on. But it would be nice to have it a bit longer. But I am extremely happy with this little Bobbiana that I have now. This bob is so cute. It's day 4 and it's actually a bit looser. I feel like the product is loosening up on the braids some as well. And I can kind of just swing it, and the braids are actually like learning which way they should fall. I'm kind of training them to frame my face, and I can play in it now. I'm not afraid to play with it and get my different parts. And yeah, and you can even see the parts and see how my grid looks. My grid is perfect. My loctician did an amazing job. And another thing that I also did was I decided to dye my hair before I got my locks, about a week or two before. And I'm really happy I did it. I went lighter, and I've always wanted brown, and that's another reason, or another benefit of getting locks for me is the flexibility in hair care when it comes to taking care of dyed hair. So I really like that. So if my hair is dyed now, I can wear it down. I can wear it just with so much more ease, you know. But yeah, I think I will be dyeing my hair another time. This actually did not get straight to the color that I wanted or that I planned for. And I am not a makeup expert at all, so we will not be taking too many tips from me on this. But I will be trying to get a little bit blonder, a little bit browner. I want to go up a shade or two, and I just want to have some more lightness added to my hair. So I'll be doing that before my first touch up. My loctician did approve and said it was okay. And I think part of what makes it better and what makes it okay is the fact that I'm starting out with braids. So because the braids are less likely to unravel than the twists, I can most likely dye my hair and my hair will be fine. And I don't have to wait the 8 to 9 months. I don't have to wait until my locks lock necessarily to dye my hair. And so that's another thing. If you're considering dyeing your hair or just haven't gotten to it yet, or anything like that, it is really good to do it before. But if you do get your hair braided all the way down to start your lock journey, then you can still have that flexibility and decide to dye your hair later. That's kind of what I'm doing, and I'll come back and report how the process went. But one thing that I found really interesting when I was on TikTok doing research, and just on Google and online forums as well, there are a lot of people that are haters on starting locks with braids. I don't know what the stigma is, and I don't know what the issue is with braid locks, and why there's so many things about, oh, the pattern's not going to be right, it's not going to form right, you just have to go, you know, people encouraging you, like, you just have to go through the process, like, you're not going to like your locks at first, but you'll learn to love them after 6 months. It's just going to be like an ugly lock period, and da-da-da-da. Just because y'all went through that does not mean that I gotta go through that too. I'm lucky that my hair was long enough, but I am allowed, and we are all allowed, to start our lock journeys however we want, and there should be no judgment if you are choosing to add length to your hair by adding human hair and braiding that in. If you are choosing to start traditionally on your shorter hair and just start with twists and grow it out that way, I think every process is beautiful. There should just be no judgment. And if you get sister locks, there's also a thing called Bella locks that I learned about recently that I would definitely do. I would look up Bella locks to see if you have a loctician near you, especially if you're considering getting an install with human hair. Bella locks are so beautiful. They are a bit more expensive, but they are beautiful for the install, and they're also very versatile. And a lot of the people who want to skip that part of the process, which is still a very valid lock journey, Bella locks might be for you. So overall, getting these microlocs installed, I immediately felt like this was one of the best decisions that I could have ever made for myself thus far. I'm 28, and I have made a lot of decisions on my own, and this is definitely one of them. I'm sure there are more to come, but I just feel more of myself in these. I feel beautiful. I feel like my life is easier. I think it's easier to feel beautiful in these. I can get up and go and just feel good. And I mean, that might change. I leave room for all of these opinions to change. This is only my first week, y'all, so I'm still on my baby lock journey. But I'm so happy that I started this. It makes so much sense for me and my lifestyle. So if you are looking to maybe start your locks and you've been scared, I encourage you to do the research. And this is your sign right now. Go do the research, figure out what locks you like best, figure out what locticians are in your area, figure out maybe you're gonna do them yourself. What a beautiful process would that be, right? So figure all that out, get your information together, and go get those locks, girl. One of the best decisions I've ever made for myself, I guarantee you, I promise. So yeah, I'll be back with another vlog. See, I can't stop playing with them, but I'll be back with another vlog on probably around my next retie. So when my hair grows out, I'll show y'all what that looks like before my next retie, and I'll show you what it looks like after as well, and how that process is. A lot of folks say that they are a bit tender-headed when, let me make sure I grab the right color. After they start getting their retwists and reties, and especially like with the styles. And there's also said to be a lot of issues with like tension and like tension headaches, and being careful with styles and having your edges stay pretty healthy as well. So that's something that I'm looking forward to learning about myself and my own hair, and the styles that I actually like and the styles that I don't, and the ones that feel comfortable and the ones that aren't as comfortable. So I am going to be looking forward to just seeing out and figuring out how that works for me. But this is just such a great like life transition for me as well. I am really excited that, you know, I changed my hair. This feels like a completely new rebrand. So if you thought you knew me before, you don't. And I actually want to say that again. If you thought you knew me before, you don't anymore. You literally don't. So this is a complete new rebrand. I am really, really enjoying getting to know myself on a different level. And I think the locks really help me do that. There's just definitely a spiritual part of the lock journey as well. So I'm excited to experience that, see them grow out, see how long they can get. I have just, I like long hair down my back and a slick pony. So we'll see if that's possible for me and how long these get. And I'm just so excited. I think they're so beautiful already. So yeah, I'll be back next month or so, and we are going to vlog this whole journey. And yeah, thanks for watching.